Hey folks, Levi here once again. Welcome back to another review, another superhero review. I'll be on with my review slash rant on Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I still have it, the movie. Thinking about watching the Ultimate Edition, maybe tomorrow. But anyway, I wanted to do a little bit more reviews today. Well, maybe not many. I don't know. Sorry for the lighting in the room. Hope you guys can see me and hear me well. Hope the volume's turned up. And anyway, if y'all want to check out my review, thanks for the 198 subs, guys. Keep on subscribing. We're getting there, 200 pretty much already. My goal is to get to 500 this year, so hopefully that'll happen. We'll try and do videos probably every weekend. It depends on my work schedule, I guess. But because I am working on this next week, I'll start on Monday. I'm working all week, so I can figure I get some reviews in. Yeah, it's always the best time of the weekends to do reviews sometimes for me. But anyway, welcome to another 2010s era of superhero reviews. Guys, remember stick with this channel, the mask profile picture. You can watch videos on my other channel. Now I'll let you know I did on this channel, at my new channel, I did add my Superman marathon for my other channel and my Batman marathon. Yeah, it took me a couple hours to do that last night. Felt like it took forever to do, especially with the Batman ones. But here are the Superman ones that I have on my channel here. These are my other channel, which you can watch. And then my Batman ones, always starting with my history with Superman, and that's my history with Batman video I did about 2 years ago. So just remember, stay subscribed to this channel with the mask profile picture. Okay? If you want to continue seeing me do more videos on here on YouTube. You can watch these other videos. Just don't subscribe to that channel. If you're subscribed to this channel, stay sub to this one, okay? But you, like I said, you're welcome to watch them though. But anyway, what I've been doing, guys, is a superhero marathon on my YouTube channel, and I do what I call the 2010s era of superheroes. These are superhero movies that came out in the 2010 decades, 2010 to 2019, and I'm on the year 2016. And this film is directed by Sam Liu and written by Alan Burnett and Brian Q. Miller, and that is the 26th film of the DC Universe animated original movies, and it's also the 7th film in the DC animated movie universe, and that is Justice League versus Teen Titans. Yeah, let me just get this slipcover off here. Is that better? The film is on Blu-ray, DVD. You can, Heroes and Villains, Trigon Future, from DC Comics, 2 cartoons, plus a sneak peek at DC Universe animated movie, which I have reviewed Batman the Killing Joke. That was released in July. Well, I'm going to say July because it did come out in theaters when it was first released. I did see that movie in theaters that came out that same year. I will share my review of Batman Killing Joke, or you can just watch it on my Batman marathon. It's on my Batman marathon that I did here on my channel. So, it's on there too. But I'll put it on DC reviews as well. But anyway, what I thought of this movie, though, I like this movie. I did enjoy it. I did have some problems with it, but despite that, this was still, I think, an enjoyable movie. This was an entertaining film. I like how they brought the Titans into the film. They did the Justice League there a bit, but it felt more like a Teen Titans movie, which was fine with me. I would still say my favorite Teen Titans movie is Trouble in Tokyo, but that's just me. But regardless, though, this was still enjoyable, and it was more darker than that, though, which is fine. DC is known for being dark, especially facing this demon Trigon. That was pretty dark, and it was a good film. It had an interesting story. It was pretty entertaining to watch. Like I said, there are some problems I have with the movie, but before I get to that, let's talk about the film itself for production. Well, the movie was announced by DC Comics along with Batman Bad Blood in July 2015 during San Diego, which came out in January. This movie came out in March, I think a couple days after Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yeah, the voice cast includes. Well, I'll talk about the voice cast later, but some of the voice cast comes back. The first image for the film was released, as well as the image from John Perlow recording voiceover for the film. A sneak preview of the film was released in a bonus feature on Batman Bad Blood. The sneak preview of the film was later released online, along with the film's official trailer. It has its world premiere at the Los Angeles WonderCon on March 26th. Then it was released on digital on DVD on March 29th, and straight to DVD on Blu-ray April 12th. Oh, great. Well, that's okay because the next superhero movie that was going to came out in May anyway. So, regardless, whatever. It does have a sequel, Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. It was, yeah, it was planned as the third DC Universe original movie after Superman Doomsday and Justice League Number 2, but the project was announced in 2006 but later put on hold. It is based on the Juice contract, which I'm going to definitely review that because that came out the next year in 2017. Yeah. Christina Ricci and Miguel Ferrer joined the cast. The film was released the night before 2017. It's the final film of Miguel Ferrer. Miguel Ferrer, if you remember him, he was Bob Martin in RoboCop. Yeah, yeah. You know, Bob Morton, this new guy in town. His name's RoboCop. Yeah, bad motherfucker. If you've seen RoboCop or NCIS Los Angeles, you know who Miguel Ferrer is. But for the voice cast of the movie, you do have some of the people that voice the characters in Justice League War come back. Jason Momoa voices Bruce Wayne Batman. He was in the TV series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so he worked with Marvel. Excuse me. Yeah. But his first time voicing Batman was in Justice League War. He voiced Batman again, Son of Batman, Justice League Dawn of Atlantis, Batman vs. Robin, Batman Bad Blood, this movie, Justice League Dark, The Death of Superman, Reign of Superman, Batman Hush. And his last time voicing Batman was Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Jerry O'Connor as Kal-El, Clark Kent, Superman. Hard for me to believe that he voiced Superman, but I thought he did pretty good. You know, he was in movies like Scream 2. I remember him in that. I remember him in Scream 2 playing Derek, Sydney's boyfriend. Yeah, I was at the scene where he's singing to Sydney. Like in the lunchrooms or singing to her. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. He was a Kangaroo Jack. The new guy, Tomcats, Scary Movie 5. I think he started voicing Superman. Oh, he voiced Captain Marvel, Shazam character in Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam, along with George Newbern, who also voiced Superman. You know, in the Justice League animated cartoon. So that was cool that he got to work with him. I guess his first time voicing Superman was, I think it was in Justice League Dawn of Atlantis in this movie, Justice League Dark, The Death of Superman, Reign of Superman, and Batman Hush, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse, and has not voiced Superman since. Rosa Dawson as Diana Prince, Wonder Woman. She's a good actress in my opinion. She was in movies like Man in Black 2, The Rundown, Rent, Sin City, Death Proof, 7 Pounds with Will Smith, Zombieland, Double Tap, Clerks 3, I guess Clerks movies, Ahsoka in the Star Wars Disney Plus series, yeah, which I still haven't watched. Let's see, when was the first time she voiced the character? Okay, it was Justice League Thunder I think it was Michelle Monaghan who voiced her in Justice League 4. Yeah, but she voiced Wonder Woman starting with Justice League Dawn of Atlantis. This movie, Justice League Dark, the Lego Batman movie, she voiced Batgirl. Barbara Gordon, she voiced Wonder Woman again, The Death of Superman, and Reign of the Superman, and Wonder Woman Bloodlines, which is a Wonder Woman animated movie, of course. Justice League Dark Apocalypse, she voiced her too. Yeah, and Christopher Gorham comes back, I believe, as Barry Allen the Flash. Let's see, he started voicing the Flash in Justice League War, Throne of Atlantis, this movie, The Death of Superman, and Reign of Superman, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse. But he does voice Green. That was the last time voice Flash. But he does voice Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, and Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. And for the Teen Titans, you have Stuart Allen as Damian Wayne, Robin. But who's not voicing the character? Let's see. Yeah, Son of Batman and Batman vs. Robin. This Batman Bad Blood. He voices Robin again. It's 3 more times. That was in Teen Titans, Juice Contract, Batman Hush, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse. And Sean Meyer as Dick Grayson, Nightwing. Let's see. Okay, he started voicing the character in Son of Batman and Batman vs. Robin, Batman Bad Blood, Teen Titans, Juice Contract, and Batman Hush. And Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go. Yeah, not really interested in watching that movie, but that's just me. Taisha Friedman as Rachel Roth, Raven. Well, the Titans says Robin, of course, is the sidekick of Batman. Yeah, he doesn't have any powers or anything, but he's like a detective too, and he, has a sword and he can fight, and he's good at hand-to-hand combat, and has the gadgets and the character of Nightwing. Uh, um, Dick Grayson, who became Robin, he was part he was part of the circus, the Flying Graysons. They would do stunts and stuff until his family got murdered, got killed by accident. Well, I'm sorry, not well, were murdered, killed. And Batman Forever was Two Face, but I think it was Tony Zuko in the comics and in the Batman animated series. And Bruce adopted him, felt sorry for him, could relate to him, and he adopted Dick Grayson, and Dick became Robin, his sidekick. And over time, the two had issues over the years, disagreements, and it wasn't easy because of Batman's dark and grim ways. They somewhat didn't get along, so he went on to be Nightwing in Bloodhaven and became his own hero, kind of became his own boss. And Carrie Waldron, she voices Starfire. Let's see. Oh, I hate to look all over again. But let's see. Live action? Okay, well, it says she was part of the Supergirl TV show, doing the voice for Hope. Uh, yeah, that was DC show as well. Well, Supergirl was DC, and that was Melissa Botanist. Yeah, yeah. She's a love interest for Dick Grayson and a bit of a leader for the Titans as well. But her powers include, physical comforts, ultra radiation, into energy. She has superhuman strength, speed. She has like these beams that, you know, come out of her arms, her hands, and she can fly as well. Yeah, she's born from another planet. Yeah, and you have Tess Friggin as Rachel Roth, Raven. Raven, who her history, her ability is blue demonic hybrid. Grants a virus person an empath and magic abilities that allow her telepathy, telepath, manipulation of emotions, dimensional travel, and more. Skilled teacher, hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, and her father is basically a demon named Trigon. Yeah, Brandon's also, or the actress who voiced her. Uh, let's see. Did she? Okay, she voiced Raven again in Teen Titans: The Hughes Contract and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Brendan Suhu as Garfield Logan, Beast Boy. Beast Boy who can change himself into any animal. He's a shapeshifter who possesses the ability to transform into any animal he chooses to be. Yeah. He did voice the character again in Teen Titans Justice League, Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. And J.T. Austin as Jamie Reed, Blue Eyes. Not Blue Eyes, did I say Blue Eyes? Blue Beetle. Yeah. I'll talk more about the character, but I do know that, let's say that he's the third character assuming the mantle of Blue Beetle. It's like this bug that's on him that gives him abilities and stuff. He scratches on his spine, he can manifest a number of powers of his own, and act unusually accompanied by blue energy emitted by the scraps. Over the course of the first year of his ongoing series, Jamie had a little control of those powers. But I'll read more about that later because I'm going to read the Blue Beetle live action movie starring the guy who was Miguel in Cobra Kai, which ended by the way like last week. Good show. Jake T. Austin though. Let's see. Seen him in any other movies? Did a voice for Rio 2, and he voiced Blue Beetle again in Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. John Balloon as Trigon. John Balloon. Oh, okay, well, good actor. I remember him in Snitch with The Rock, and I think he was in the Punisher TV series and Baby Driver. Yeah, a good actor. And Steve Bloom as Lex Luthor in Toyman, and Terrence C. Carson as Rachel Gould, who is Damien's grandfather and the nemesis of archenemy of Batman. Yeah, I guess he only voiced the character one time. Okay. Rick D. Wiseman voices Brother Wizard Solomon Grundy, Atomic Skull. Laura Bailey's Angela Chen. And the film is directed by, once again, by Sam Liu, who has made some of the other DC animated movies that he's worked on. That let's see, that is All Star Superman, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. He's also worked on Marvel animated films like Hulk vs. Planet Hulk, Thor, Sons of Asgard. Co-directing with Lauren Montgomery on Justice League Crisis on Tours and Batman Year One. Yeah, he was also the primary character designer for Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. He directed directed Green Lantern anime series. He also directed some animated films like Just League Gods and Monsters. Yeah, and this movie and Just League the Fears of the Fatal Five, and then Batman: The Killing Joke. Did he direct that? I guess so. And Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. Batman: Harley Quinn. Screenplays by Alan Burnett. Alan Burnett, who has worked on Batman the Animated Series, and I believe Superman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond, and some Batman animated movies like Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, Superman, Batman Public Enemies, Green Lantern First Flight, Batman Superman, and like quite a bit of other, and some Scooby Doo animated movies too. Brian Q. Miller, let's see. He was the guy that was a screenwriter for Smallville, Arrow, The Flash, Sleepy Hollow, the TV series, and this movie. He was a writer on Smallville, and I love Smallville. Stories by Brian Q. Miller, produced by James Tucker, edited by Christopher D. Lotz, music by Frederick Whitman. He's done score for some other DC animated movies too, like Just League Flashpoint, Paradox, GLA, GLA, Adventures Trapped in Time, Son of Batman, Just League Dawn of Atlantis, Batman vs. Robin, Just League Because of Monsters, Batman Bad Blood, this movie, Teen Titans Shoots Contract, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, The Other Superman, Wonder Woman Bloodlines, Red Superman, Superman Red Sun, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse. Various companies are Warner Brothers Animation, DC Entertainment, Moe Animation. It's distributed by Warner Home Video. It was released March 29, 2016. Well, by Home released on DVD basically on April 12th, 2016. Yeah. And for the story of the movie, the film is about, let's see, it's 79 minutes long. It's about 1 hour and 19 minutes long. It's a short movie. So you won't have to sit there like you're going to sit there for 2 hours, like, as long as, the freaking Batman vs. Superman is long. But it's not that long, thankfully. It's short. Yeah. But anyway, the story of the movie is that Damian Wayne, who he fights for the Justice League, but he, of course, Damian has this attitude problem. Damian can be a dickhead of a character. So Batman assigns him to basically Robin gets forced to join the young super team, Teen Titans, and he soon has to help. That is, the team consists of Beast Boy, Blue Beetle, Raven, and Starfire, who's the leader, along with Cyborg a little later joining them in the movie. But he has to help the team lead them into a fight against the mighty Justice League after they get possessed by the demon Trigon, who is Raven's father, who is going to come down to Earth and take over the world. He's a very powerful demon. Yeah, that's the character right there. And he possesses them. And so the Titans have to save Raven along with her, and they have to help her. And the Teen Titans have to save the world before for Trigon, Raven's father, takes over the world. So he's trying to take over the world, make his own person, turn the world into hell. So they have to stop him and save the world, and along the way save Raven. And they have to work as a team. And that's the story for you. Yeah, for this movie. Yeah. I'll talk about the movie itself and give my final thoughts on the film, okay? Yeah. I'm gonna talk about the movie itself and then give my final thoughts and opinions. What I didn't like about it, what I liked about it, my problems with it. But again, I did enjoy this movie. I wouldn't say it's one of the best DC movies. I say it's one of my favorites, but I wouldn't say it's like this is like one of the best DC movies. No, plenty of others I enjoy more than this, but that's just me. Um, but anyway, the film opens with Angela Chen. She's doing a report, and the Justice League they're battling the Legion of Doom. Uh, Superman is fighting Lex Luthor. Lex in his Echo, his Lexo suit. It's like a suit that's strong enough to fight Superman, the Man of Steel. And Wonder Woman's fighting Cheetah. Batman's fighting Grundy, and the Flash is fighting Weather Wizard, and Cyborg is fighting Toyman. He uses the boom tune to get sneak up to him, and Grundy's like, "I'm gonna knock you out," and Batman moves over and is able to jump out of the way, and Grundy goes on electricity, gets himself shocked, you know, and he's like, Grundy, sleepy, and Superman is like, Superman, destroys, uses heat vision, takes the suit out, and she's like, Cheetah, there's no need for violence, and she uses her rope and knocks Cheetah out, and the Justice League, and before his wand or whatever, not his wand, but his yeah, yeah. But Damian disobeys Batman's order. Batman just tells him to stay there. Robin throws like a grenade at these people, not like grenade, but like a little smoke grenade to get their attention like this. Just get out, and they listen to him. And Robin's bored, so he's gonna do nothing. So the Teen Titans capture them. He grabs the Wizard's stick or whatever. Flash does, because of course he's Flash. He's fast enough to do that real quick. But he gets possessed by this demon, and Robin's like, I'll help Robin. Like, Damien, listen to me. And Damien uses it and is able to use it to knock him out. And the Justice League are mad. Especially Batman is like, what? I took him out for you. He was like, the thing is, what here, Damien? We don't know why this happened, why Batman's suspicious that something's going on. Because he was just possessed, and they're trying to find out this. Some entity trying to. Entity, I can't say the word. Some demon trying to take over, up to something. They don't know anything. And since it has an attitude, he says take Robin to join the Teen Titans. Is Dick Grayson, aka who is now Nightwing, takes him there. He's like, "Yeah, you got a an attitude problem." He's like, "Well, I just deal with you," and meets you know Starfire. Him and Nightwing, her and Nightwing shake hands. You can tell there's a bit of romantic feelings there between them. You can just tell. They all meet, and the Titans is a Blue Beetle who they're just they're practicing fighting. They're heroes too, but young heroes, and they're just practicing fighting. He thought it'd be good for Damien. Damien doesn't like them at first, which is bad thoughts on them. He's training like for an hour with the sword. Blue Beetle turns the machine. I was like, oh, I did it, huh? And him, and him and Blue Beetle fight. That was a pretty cool fight scene. But Robert gets too much, and the bug that he can't control, the bug that he has on his back, Blue Beetle has, that Jamie has, it shoots at him, and it burns half Robin's face until Raven, is able to do like the healing over him by touching his face, seeing a bit of his past and stuff. And Robin appreciates that. He's like, what happened? And then you have Batman talking to you have a scene with Cyborg and Batman. Batman is doing investigating, trying to find out more about this demon, what happened, this entity that took over. Well, the wizard, as they're investigating, he's like, "You pizza?" He's like, "Nope." Caesar was like, "What do you put all that if you have no stomach?" And then Cyborg was like, "You don't want to know." Then we get back to Titans. Damien's out of his Robin suit, he's trying to look up information. He's like, "This is my office. You can't just be in here. That's a breach of trust. You can't do that. We have rules with Damien." He's like, "We need to investigate these people, but there's no reason to. I trust all of them. I'm here to help them. But you need to. You're a fool for doing that." She tells them though that they're lost souls, and a world with no place for them. He even goes to Raven. I mean, not well. I liked it when he's practicing sword fighting, and he hits us with the sword. Goes to the wall, and Beast Boy's like, "Hey, watch out!" And he even tells Blue Beetle, he's like, he just says something like, "I did not understand. I meant, that you should, He does say sorry, but in a way he's like he just apologized in his way. Goes to Raven, says thank you to her. He's like, I saw some of your members too. He's like, why is your father in my head? She's like, well, that's none of your business. Stay out of it. I was from Raven, here's that voice of her father, of Trigon, but doesn't tell them. Meanwhile, Clark is Clark Kent, who is doing his laundry. Him and Diana have been dating for a while. He's just calling her. They're talking about, the next date, next movie they're gonna go see or whatever. And she's like, "Well, I got new glasses you won't recognize." He's like, "Okay." He notices something messing with him, and then it's Trigon, and Trigon possesses him. And he goes on a date with Diana, and he's like, "Don't touch me." He's like, "Don't leave me alone." And he beats his head to the wall so much, and the demon takes over. He brutally beats down Thomas Cole, nearly kills him. Uh, Wonder Woman shows up to stop him, and so does Batman. He's gonna calm him down. He's face turned like to a demon almost, and this demon Superman flies away. It seems like Trigon's part of his plan, I guess, was to take control of Superman because he's the most powerful of them, nearly. But Batman's able to use kryptonite just from stopping him. He should have used more, but yeah. There's this female superpower, so Cyborg's trying to investigate, trying to locate her. Yeah, but Superman, Batman analyzed footage of both Transformer Superman and the Shadow Demon that possessed Weather Wizard, that they will be free from its host if the damage for it was overwhelmed. Meantime, though, to losing Damien up, Starfire, her and her and Dick Grayson are talking. Night when they're talking, Seven Force is like, "Wait, that's it," and she says that they need to have some fun, so they go to a carnival. I like the one Blue Beetle was like when you hit the hammer on the bell, one of those rides. Blue Beetle hits it up too much. Beast Boy's doing his dance, Robin. I did like when Damien lines up a bit. Him and Raven hang out. They look at the pictures of like him looking fat. She's laughing. He looks at her. Her face looks funny, and they're both just laughing. And Robin's able to, grab a couple of these frisbees or whatever. Like hits all the bottles with it. That's cool. Then he gives his toy to this little kid. So he's not a complete dick on that. I'll admit though, I kind of like Damien in this movie. I didn't like him in Batman Bad Blood Heat. He wasn't there that much. I didn't like him in Batman vs Robin or especially Son of Batman. But in this movie, that he grows on you a little bit. He grew on me a bit. Yeah, but Damien leaves his sword in the car because they're not there to fight. And then having this dance off, you know, on the machine. Well, not the machines, like the dance off. And Beast Boy beats Blue Beetle, but Robin is able to beat him eventually after tiring Beast Boy out. But Raven gets a contact from Trigon. She goes to confront him in the woods, and he attacks her. Then all of a sudden, this demon attack happens. Yeah. So the Titans decide to help her. Blue Beetle gets his suit on. Raven gets her. Starfire gets her suit on. Robin has to go get his suit. He's like, dang it, it's in the, his knife's in the car studio, so he's to break the window and use his sword. Like, does that kill them? No, not for too long. Basically, it won't. So they had to fight them. It's a pretty good fight scene. Beast Boy turns into like a kangaroo, rhino, and he also turns into an elephant just to sit on one of the demons. They fight them, they beat them, but after one of the Titans, they demand answers from Raven, and she tells them that her mother was a member of a cult who married her off to Trigon, who took a human form. Her mother found out, discovering that his true nature was saved by the Arthurians, people from another dimension, where Raven grew up. Accidentally summoning her father, thus causing the annihilation of Asura and her mother. Her homeworld was destroyed, and I guess that's how she came to be. That Trigon is her father, because Trigon and her mother, you know, but she trapped him inside a crystal in hell. He wants to conquer Earth, and so she stopped him by putting him in a crystal. But he got out. the Justice League said, "We're gonna help you." She's like, "No, I gotta go away. I gotta stop him myself." It's like, hey, Robin's like, "No, we're into this together. If you keep running away, if you try to run from us, try to stop him, you'll never stop running. We need to help each other." And like, I like what David says that in Starfire. I was like, "You're right." And the Justice League shows up, Batman, Flash, and Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. So Protector's like, "You're not taking her father." He's like, "Father, you're not taking her." They prepare to fight each other, but all of a sudden, the Trigon comes and possesses the whole group, and they fight them. Uh, Trigon possesses, attacks Starfire, and he's about ready to break her neck. And Batman, I was trying to say over Batman, but Batman, Batman shoots himself with a serum, just just to get him out, and it helps him being possessed. But he is passed out from the fight, after that exhaustion. Eventually, they beat him, and Raven's like, "No, stop." After their little test fight, little fisticuffs, it's like, "No, I'll go with you. Leave the Titans and the League alone." And he's like, "Fine, I won't kill your friends, but let's go." And Robin put a tracer, was smart enough to, even though he's a smart kid like Batman himself, puts a tracer on the Titans as well. And they don't like that, but they also put a good reason put one on Raven. That way they can tell where she's at. He put a tracer on her. They, he shoots like a serum at Cyborg. They get Cyborg, because Cyborg is the best way to find them. The Titans talk about what they should do. You know, they should go to this dimension to save her, and he's got the Bloom Tomb to do it. Well, it's Blue Beetle who does it. They portal to the Middle East. They discover that Superman has unearthed a physical shrine that Raven uses her powers on, so that Trigon can pass through the shrine as a gate. So the Titans have to come in. They fight with Superman, but Robin, stabs him with the kryptonite and brings Superman back. And Superman's like, "You mind taking that on my side?" He's like, "Sorry, kid. All right, I'll stop them." So he fights the Flash. Flash fighting. He's like, "Sorry, Barry," and he has to break his leg. Yeah, literally. It took him about an hour, but he's like, "Really? You had to do that? Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He starts Wonder Woman. He's the lesser. She's like, "I command you to tell the truth. Who are you? Who are you?" She's like, I am not. And the demon comes out of her, and the Titans basically say, "We have to go to hell to fight. Literally have to go to hell to fight and find Trigon and stop him." They fight some of his demons. Trigon himself tries to go take over tries to conquer Earth. The flashlight runs up to him to punch him. Every time they punch or hit him, it's like it has no effect on him. And they're like getting knocked out here. The Justice League can't even defeat him, so Teen Titans are in hell fighting off his demons. I like it when Beast Boy turns into a werewolf, giant werewolf. Viva Ludo's like, "You still with us? You still with this car?" And he's like, Beast Boy's like, he's like, "Good," you know. And they fight, and Robin sees his Ra's al Ghul, who is in hell, is an under Ra's al Ghul, who turned, tried to turn him into a servant after his death. He's like, "Well, what do you think my Elijah came from? What do you think kept me alive for those many years?" Because he died in Son of Batman. You've seen that one. He's like, "Kill her, Damien, and Trigon will give us the way we want it to be." He's like, "No, I won't do it." He's like, "You're a fool, you foolish boy." He's like, "No, I'm a Titan," and fights him off and defeats his grandfather. And these demons come out and take him down to hell. I guess more to the fire pit. He's like, "Damien, help me!" And Damien's like, "No." I guess Damien can finally see the monster that truly Ra's al Ghul was a madman. But Raven, used both her powerful magic and her telepathy to Trigon, and she used her power to strong the crystal, and it imprisons him. And she tells him that Trigon's got to be watched to break free. And Trigon ends up back into the crystal. She puts herself forward as Trigon's keeper, but the Titans assure that her home is with them. She's like, "No, you belong with us. We're your family. You come with us." Then they go Titans start the group. Now joined by Robin and Cyborg, are allowed by the Justice League for saving Justice League Saves Sebson. uh, Cyborg uses the blue tube and says, "Hey, I got pizza. I want pizza." And the Justice League is staring. He's like, "Oh, this is awkward." And he's like, "But they have pizza." And Raven wears her father's crystal prison on her forehead, even though she can hear her thoughts. He's basically saying, "Where's her father's crystal poison on her forehead?" For safe keep Charles like, "Raven, you get mad at Raven." And then the movie ends there. The post-credit scene, the movie ends there with them defeating him. Terror is seen approaching the Titan's tower, riding a boulder across the sea. I guess one of the DC characters. I didn't get that at first. I thought it was Stargirl, but it's not. Okay. Yep. Excuse me. Well, it's just like a 1 hour 19-minute movie. It's 7 to 8 minutes long, so it's a short film. Starfire. We didn't know anything about Raven when we took her in, except that she needed a home, a place to grow. Also, that knowledge is power, and you know nothing about her. How much do you have to know when people are in need? Garfield was 11 when his genetic kicks kicked in and gave him green skin and powers. We still don't know the purpose of Jamie's alien armor or all of his abilities. We just know that they needed help. You have to have a little faith sometimes. Faith is belief based on the absence of data. You know you're naked, right? Yo. I overslept. I was rushing. Forgot to put on my uniform. Okay. Start sleeping in the nude. So what? Animals are naked. I'm in the entire animal kingdom. Crammed in a single species. You were something crammed into something. This is an opportunity for us to become more familiar with each other. How much more familiar can we get? We've already seen Garfield lick himself as a dog. I wish. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'll catch up on popular culture, but the harsh language is entirely unnecessary. The female lead seemed to be only present in order to risk it as a leading man. Oh, I found myself recently div- devoured or something. Whatever she said. Your mom did it with Satan. That was a funny one. I could have driven myself. After the stunt you pulled, you're lucky to be allowed with 10 feet of steering wheel. So this is my punishment. Enduring a punch of school children. This is not punishment. Hopefully you'll want to be part of a team streaming some clips from the movie. And they're not children. They're teenagers. Worse. Don't tell me Damian Wade's afraid of a little socializing. I'm not afraid of anything. Teammates are a liability. Really, then what am I to you? An avoidable irritation. Where does all that food go if you don't have a stomach? You don't want to know. I will alert Trevor with any look. Military satellites are tracking him now. And what we'll do, wait for him to pull the moon up from the sky. No, we'll get. He hasn't said anything about doing something like that, has he? You buried me in a worthless position to keep me out of the way. That's all the entire problem. This isn't about you, it's about teamwork. All I see is a grandstanding, which is why I prefer to work alone. And my dad thinks I'm difficult. Have you ever considered boarding school? Jamie's right. That scrap is not a pet. It's maybe you fused to Jamie's spine. But it's not exactly under his control. It's like you and your pants. You dare disobey me. Have you forgotten your heritage? You are an bull. No, I'm a titan. Yeah. Anyway, that's all the quotes from the movie. So looking at my final opinion on Justice League versus Teen Titans. Anyway, my final opinion on this movie is I really enjoyed this movie. This was a good film, in my opinion. This is definitely one of my favorite DC films, ever. I really enjoyed it. Now, before I get into my promise, though, first of all, I do like the story of how the Teen Titans, we see them for the first time in these DC animated original movies, you know, and I do enjoy the TV show, the cartoon, and I think I might have the show on Prime Video, but I reviewed on this channel sometime last year. I think it was November, maybe. Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. I really enjoyed that. I really loved that movie. I say that this is better than this one. I haven't watched Years of Contract. I think I've seen it one time, maybe. But this film is really good. I do like the story of how dealing with Raven and her tragic past. Not like the Titans itself. They're not perfect. They have problems. You know, they're outcasts. They're kind of like the X Men in a way, but they're younger versions of Justice League. That's what the Teen Titans are. I like that Robin eventually becomes like a leader, and I like Starfire, and I like Beast Boy, and I like Blue Beetle too. You know, and it's cool to see some of the Justice League in there, even though it's not their movie. I do think they should just call this film Teen Titans. Give it a different title. Teen Titans, Trigon, or Teen Titan. Now that'd be a lame title. I think they should have changed the title though. That's just my opinion. Um, but I do think it had a good story. I like the story of how Robin, Damien. Yeah, Damien's always been kind of a dickhead, annoying kid. But in this film, it seems like they do change his character a bit more, and he becomes a bit more likable in this film, in my opinion. I feel like he became part of the team. I like that line when he says, "No, I'm a Titan," and they do become heroes. They do save the world. And Beast Boy was funny, and so was Blue Beetle, and the good characters, and the action scenes were really good. The animation I thought was really good. I love the artwork here. Yeah, I thought Trigon was a good villain. He was a threat. He's a very powerful demon, and as a very threat. And the film doesn't shy away from the violence. It can be creepy, especially for kids. It's PG-13. I wouldn't recommend it for children. Might scare them a bit. But it is a pretty entertaining movie. If you're an adult, you would definitely enjoy it. I would say some of these DC animated movies, the DC original animated movies, a lot of them are pretty much for adults. I don't think kids would like them. I don't think you'd want your kids watching them. It can be scary. Because DC, it's dark. There is blood and gore in there sometimes. I think in 2017, the first one, DC original anime movie that came out was Justice League Dark. I think it was Justice League Dark, and that was more dark and a rated R film. So, these movies definitely not for kids, but I love the artwork. I love the animation. I thought the voice cast did a good job. I like that some of the cast came back. John Bernthal as Trigon did a good job. Jason Moore as Batman did good. Cherry O'Connell as Superman. And Rosa Dawson does a great job voicing Wonder Woman. She's great in my opinion. And Stuart Allen as Robin. Yeah, I really thought the voice cast was really good. I thought the story was good. I thought the editing scenes and the musical was not that memorable, but the musical was pretty good. That's not really find it that memorable, but the film does have really good action and it does have a good story. And I like the characters, Teen Titans. And when the humor's there, the humor works. It's funny, especially Beast Boy. He's real funny, the funniest of them. But I like his powers that he can change to any animal he wants to, which I think is pretty cool. Um, yeah, Starfire, Raven, they're all interesting characters. I always thought the Titans were interesting characters, and I like that Cyborg. Cyborg is a cool character as well. Always has been in my opinion. But now my issues with the movie is the title, Justice League vs. Teen Titans. Yeah, that's my issue. It's misleading in my opinion because I don't know why they called that. It should have just been, you know, Teen Titans, and it should have just been Justice League and the Teen Titans. But I guess DC they didn't know what to call this movie, so they went with Justice League vs. Teen Titans. I guess it's from a comic book. It's just the title. They could have changed it. I get it. Maybe it's the title from a comic book. I guess. If it is based on that comic book, yeah. I don't know if it's based on comic. I don't know what I'm talking about, but they could have changed the title. I mean, Justice League. I mean, first of all, I wish we had Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Shazam in here. I miss those characters in this movie. I wish they were in there, but I guess they just couldn't add them. I guess because it was such a big ensemble cast of Justice League Teen Titans, they can only add uh Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, and Cyborg. Well, which makes sense because Cyborg is part of the Teen Titans, so it made sense to have him in this movie. But I did like the Blue Beetle character. It's just I wish that Justice League and Teen Titans they have no reason to fight. They only fight because they get demon possessed by Trigon, and that's why they fight. So they don't. I mean, it looks like they're about to fight, which would have been interesting, but demon possession happens just like that, and I'm like, okay, really? That's my biggest issue with the movie is that the title is misleading, and you don't see the Justice League first. They don't really fight the Teen Titans. There was no fighting there, which I wanted to see. That would have been cool. I would like to see Starfire and Wonder Woman fight, Raven fight against them. But I do think you needed all the Justice League characters. That includes Green Lantern, uh, Shazam, and I'm not forgetting Justice. Yeah, Shazam and Green Lantern. Yeah, you should and Aquaman. You should have had Aquaman there too. I think that would have raised the stakes a little higher with them fighting against each other. And Trigon would have been able to maybe take over. I think you needed to add a little more characters to the movie. I get it. You're saying, well, Levi, it would be more of an ensemble cast. Well, it's an ensemble movie, so you probably need a lot of characters in there. I get it. Maybe that cost a bit of money, or maybe Sean Astin didn't want to come back to do the voice. I don't know. I mean, the other actors who voiced the characters, who voiced Clint Nathan Fillion, maybe they were busy at the time doing things else, so they just didn't want to do it. I don't know. Or the guy who voiced Aquaman, Arthur, and Thunderbolts. They're probably busy. But again, I think that was a better movie than this. But this is definitely still a good film. It's just my problem with it is the title's misleading. I think you need to add some more characters in there. It wasn't really. I mean, the title. Let me tell you this right now. It is misleading. If you're thinking, oh, Justice League and Teen Titans are gonna actually fight, no, no, it doesn't happen because they get demon possessed. So yeah, it's a Teen Titans movie. There is no reason for Justice League to be in the title. This is more of a Teen Titans movie. They should have said Teen Titans. Uh, just give it a different title, but put Teen Titans in it, and just change the title. Take Justice League off. Belfort versus Justice League versus Teen Titans. Why they do that in the versus movie, and it's either a setup or it doesn't really happen. The only movie I've seen actually do it is Captain America: Civil War, where the characters do really fight each other and have a good reason to. I'm like, hey, that's how you do it right, but with a good story. You know, Batman vs Superman did not have a good story. I'm gonna check out the Ultimate Edition, but if I don't like it, I'm just gonna still put it in a bag. But I did enjoy this. I just think the title needs to be changed. Title is misleading. Needed to add more characters. Need to actually have Justice League Teen Titans fight, and a title change too. Yeah, but either that, it's still an entertaining movie. It's just don't mislead people by the title, okay? It's like Batman Assault on Arkham, but Batman is barely in the film, and it's more of a Suicide Squad movie. Don't, and this is more of a Teen Titans movie. Just put Teen Titans in the title. People will still watch it, you know. I mean, the show for DC Teen Titans, the anime show and the movie must have done pretty well then because people will still watch it. You bring it to these characters to the DC animated original. You bring these characters in this, franchise. I'm gonna call it that. Well, which it is franchise. People will still watch it regardless. I would, but just change the title. But it's still a cool poster. It's still a good movie. It still has a good story. Just some things I think they need to change about it. But regardless of that, it's still an entertaining movie. I still like the more Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. It wasn't boring, and it didn't. Trigon was more of a threat than, and he looked awesome, good in the animation. He's more of a threat than Doomsday. And Doomsday looked horrible. Yeah, looked so awful. That CGI was bad. The animation here, CGI effects look really good in here. So this was a time where DC were doing well in their animated movies in live action. Yeah, so in my opinion, they should have Sam Liu direct a Batman and Superman movie. I would see that. Yeah, because like I said, the people that work on these films, that work on the DC films, that have done these animated movies, they still do, and they know what the heck they're doing. So you need them working on live action. Warner Bros. should give them a call and say, "Hey, can you make a Batman and Superman movie and get it done right?" Yeah, and that's Zack Snyder. I'm sorry, but anyway, guys, to give my final thoughts, I did enjoy Justice League vs. Teen Titans. I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of the Teen Titans TV show, or if you've seen Trouble in Tokyo and you like the characters, then I highly recommend it. But don't expect an actual Roe versus Justice League versus Teen Titans movie because sadly, I'm sorry to tell you that spoiler. Well, that's spoilers anyway. You won't get that. Sorry, the title will mislead you. Just to let you know that. But despite that, though, it's still an entertaining movie. It's just my problem with the movie that they just needed to change some stuff up about it, especially the title. You know. But anyway, yeah, my rating for this movie, Just League vs. Teen Titans, I'm gonna rate this film. My rating for this film is 4 to 5 stars and a thumbs up for Justice League vs. Teen Titans. So guys, tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Justice League vs. Teen Titans? Who's your favorite character of the Teen Titans? Who's your favorite character? My favorite is Beast Boy. And who's your favorite character of Justice League? Mine is Batman. And what are some of your favorite DC animated movies? And DC live action movies? Including the old Superman movies, the Batman films, and live action. And the DCU. What are your favorite films? Do you like any of the films of the DCU? DC Extended Universe? Like Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. I don't, but just tell me what you think, guys, of the movie, in your opinion. And stay tuned for the next review today, hopefully. And this is another revisit review on a Marvel movie. Which, by the way, I think I just have two more Marvel revisit reviews. We'll start a new one. This came out in 2016. It came out in May. Yeah, and is it like this a revisit review? And I got this on Blu-ray. I'm thinking it's the. trying to think here. Sorry. Think for Iron Man, think Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, First Avenger, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor the World, Captain America, Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, and this movie. Okay, so I think this is the 16th MCU movie. Or two. Sorry. Okay. Yes. This is the 13th film in the MCU that stars Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, Don Cheadle, Jeremy Renner, Chadwick Boseman, Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen, Tom Holland, and Chadwick Boseman, the late Chadwick Boseman. That is a revisit review for the 13th MCU film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That is, and a sequel to The First Avenger and The Winter Soldier, the third Captain America movie, and that is Captain America Civil War. Yeah. Yep, which is the next review and the next revisit review. The last Marvel revisit review I'm going to do will be Doctor Strange. But that came out, this was, I think, in May, and Doctor Strange, I think, came out in November. It actually came out on my sister's birthday. So, yeah, Doctor Strange, you got this movie. I think this movie was May 6th. So, this is next. Yeah. Yeah, this movie must have been released, like I said, in March, well, in April on DVD. And I've already reviewed Batman the Killing Joke. So I'll definitely be sharing that review in DC reviews, and it's on my Batman marathon. And I did share my review of Captain America: Civil War on the Marvel reviews on my new channel, and I'll be sharing on the super reviews, the original review as well. But stay tuned, guys, for Captain America: The Third Civil War revisit review is next. So really look forward to watching this movie. It's another ensemble movie, but it's like a personal movie as well. If you want to talk about heroes fighting heroes, Marvel did it right with this movie. Yeah. Definitely look forward to watching this right now more than I do watching the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, because this is how they did it right. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to Captain America: Civil War review. So that's not that review. But anyway, guys, my rating for Justice League vs Teen Titans is 4 to 5 stars and a thumbs up. Tell me what you think about this movie in the comments down below. Do you like it or do you hate it? Tell me in the comments down below. And if you did not see the movie, always look on the description box below, because I always say there are spoilers in the review. By the way, guys, I always say that there are spoilers in the review. You guys know this if you know my channel, my other channel, that I do spoilers on my reviews. I always do that. So if you haven't watched the movie, don't watch this review and spoil the movie for yourself. And guys, click the little bell. I think it's on my channel, or it should be down here, a little bell, or toward the end of the left side of the video. I think on the channel, you just click all personalized. That means when I upload a video, your next one, or if you see, you'll probably see put on my community post as well of like, hey guy, saying stay tuned for the next review. So just in case you missed out on this video, I could I'm not because I write down on the post, what the next review is gonna be. But anyway, just leave our Teen Titans. My rank this film is 4 to 5 stars, thumbs up. Tell me guys in the comments what you think about Just Leave vs. Teen Titans in your opinion. Do you like it or do you hate it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the revisit review for Captain America Civil War. Coming up next. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye bye.